My goal with this video is to show you how I went from only having $400 in my bank to now making $1,000 a day from home, working in my bathrobe, to sometimes even more than that. And most of it is profit. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything here. I'm going to tell you exactly what it took, and I'll be honest, it's not always easy, but it's simple if you stay focused. It's important for you to know that I got started with no hard costs, no previous experience, and I'm not some coding whiz kid that invented the next TikTok. I was just a kid who wanted to live a comfortable life. That's it. To give you some background, I grew up in a small town with less than 10,000 people. My family was in that lower middle class category. My mother was working as a nursing assistant in a pretty dangerous job just to make sure we had food on the table. And when it comes to my father, he was stuck in an unappreciated, stressful job and battled many personal issues. When you grow up with money always being a struggle, it does something to you. It creates a scarcity mindset. I saw my parents always complaining about bills or if we could afford this or that. And the thing is, if you're constantly surrounded by that, especially as a child, it starts to feel like that's just how limiting life is supposed to be. It becomes easy to think that money problems are something you just have to live with. But I didn't want that. I couldn't accept that. What was crazy for me, it was seeing kids who came from wealthier families at school. They didn't have to worry about money. I could see the difference in their lives, and it sparked something inside me. For example, in the summer, I would typically be stuck in my room by myself, while I'd see these kids on Snapchat posting pictures of their Porsches and fancy vacations, and I figured, why didn't we deserve that too? I remember feeling like I wanted something more for myself and for my family, something bigger. I wanted to be financially free. I wanted control over my life and my future, not to work for a boss who doesn't care about me. I knew I had to break out of this cycle somehow, and that hunger for success became my driving force. It became very clear to me that either you get stuck in that scarcity mindset or you let it fuel you to want more. I chose the latter. The drive to change my life is what pushed me to go out and to search for opportunities. I did whatever it took. Now, the real turning point came when I was around 11 years old. I remember sitting in front of my computer and typing "how to get rich" in the YouTube search bar. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for, but I knew there had to be more to life than just going to school and getting a job and paying taxes and working for someone else for the rest of your life. That's when I discovered the world of making money online. And when I did, it was like a light bulb went off. I saw people making money with just a laptop and the internet. I saw one guy in particular making $70,000 a month with his business online while he was traveling the world. He would often just sit in front of the camera and talk, and you could see he was in this very expensive hotel every time. And I was like, wow, if I made $70,000 in a month, I could do anything I want. Now, all the people I saw were selling products, doing services, even blogging and vlogging their way to big incomes. And I thought, if they can do it, then so can I. I jumped into a bunch of things trying to make money. First, I created Instagram team pages. I thought maybe I could build big followings and make money by selling shoutouts or promoting other people's stuff. I spent hours, days, months trying to grow these pages, but it didn't work. It was frustrating, but it was a lesson in itself. Not everything works out the way you hope. Then I tried dropshipping with a friend. Dropshipping is basically when you set up an online store, you find suppliers who will ship the product directly to the customer, and you don't handle the inventory or shipping yourself. And we actually got a sale, so it felt like we were on top of the world. But then reality hit. The problem is that ad costs were super high and the profit margins were too low. Plus, the competition was insane. I had to face the facts. I wasn't getting anywhere with dropshipping. The margins were slim and it wasn't sustainable. But I had learned a lot. The key lesson was that I needed to find something that was a more sustainable way to make money. A business model that would actually work long term, not just something that's based on a trend and that disappears in 2 months. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots speed up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. This is where the concept of focus hit me hard. I had been jumping from one idea to another, hoping that something would work. I had what we call shiny object syndrome, where you constantly look for the next big thing without fully committing to one. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come from jumping around from one shiny thing to the next shiny thing. It comes from focusing on one thing. So you pick one thing, you master it, and you stick with it long enough to see results. That made me realize that in business, persistence was key. Success isn't about getting rich quick. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying committed to your goal. If you can do this, you can do something that 99% of people can't do. And that's how you become a millionaire. So I moved away from product-based businesses like dropshipping and started focusing on offering digital products and services. First, I got started with services. Specifically, I got into lead generation for entrepreneurs. This is where I'd help businesses to find new customers, something that was valuable and also in demand. And then I also dove into coaching and digital products. I started teaching people how to grow a successful business online like I had. And this was my first breakthrough. It wasn't about selling a physical product with razor-thin margins anymore. It was about providing value in the form of my knowledge and experience. I remember my first real success, a $300 client. I was ecstatic. It wasn't huge, but it proved that I could actually make money by helping others. Over time, I raised my prices, and soon I was closing deals worth thousands of dollars per client. And the best part, as I kept scaling up and getting more clients, I was able to make $1,000 a day in profit consistently. What's great about services is that you don't have to worry about inventory, shipping costs, or product defects. The same goes for coaching or digital products. You just focus on delivering the value to your client and the money comes in. Something that's very important is to reinvest your money in your business. When I first started making more money, I was tempted to go out and to buy nice cars, watches, and all those luxury items people dream about when they start making some cash. But here's what I want you to understand. Instant gratification is a trap. If you start spending all of your money too quickly, you will never build something that lasts. I chose to reinvest my profits back into the business. That way I could make more. So I used the money to improve my skills, to hire people to help me, and to scale up my operations. And by doing this, I avoided getting stuck in the spending cycle, and instead, I focused on building something valuable. Instead of a flashy new car on Instagram, I invested in scaling my business. And that's how I went from just making a few $1,000s a month to making a lot more. Reinvesting the money allowed me to keep growing and pushing forward. And that's why I'm still here today, making more money than ever. Now, growing up broke was tough. It was painful, but it gave me hunger to succeed. So I used my frustration, my pain, as fuel to push me forward. I refused to let my circumstances define me. A big part of my success came from developing the mentality that I was going to create my own luck and my own opportunities. I wasn't going to wait for someone to give me a break. I wasn't going to wait for the right moment. I went out and I made things happen. And when obstacles came, I didn't quit. I got creative, I found solutions, and I pushed through. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. The mindset I developed was simple. If I fail, I learn. If I succeed, I keep going. The key is to never stop. And that's what most people do. They stop and then they spend the rest of their lives complaining about not having the thing that they want. It's messed up. Now here's the hard truth. Watching videos just like this one won't change your life. You could watch 1,000 motivational videos, but until you take action, nothing's going to happen. The real magic happens when you get off the couch and you actually start doing the work. It's easy to watch content and to feel like you're making progress, but more often than not, you're not. You're just procrastinating because you're afraid of what it takes to win. What will change your life is when you take action. You can't just consume, you have to create. This is the moment where you need to decide. Are you going to keep watching or are you going to take action? The people who succeed don't wait for the right time. What they do instead is that they create it themselves. I'm here to tell you that if I can do it, you can too. Anyone can replicate this. It's not about being lucky or having special skills. Business is mathematics. You hit the right numbers, you follow the right step-by-step process, you get the right results. So it's about putting in the work, staying focused, and not giving up when things get tough. Remember, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start today. Otherwise, you're just wasting time. Now, I know that a minority of people are going to take action and stop at nothing to win. If that's you, then click on the link in the description below, because I've made a video where I'm explaining how I've been able to make more than $1,000 a day in profit. And right now, we're also offering free strategy calls with me or a member of my team to help you come up with a custom game plan to help you reach financial freedom in 90 days or less. But be quick, because we have very limited spots and they fill up pretty fast. And soon, we'll probably take the video down. So click on the link in the description below. And with that being said, I'll see you on the other side.